Have you ever heard the whispers carried on the night wind near the old temple of Suryagar? They don't speak of terrifying monsters or vengeful spirits. No, they tell a story of kindness, of a gentle soul trapped between worlds. They speak of the ghost nurse. Legend has it that for centuries, any weary traveler who sought shelter within the crumbling, yet beautiful walls of the ancient temple would be visited by a mysterious woman. She'd appear as the moon climbed its highest, draped in a simple but elegant sari, her face serene, her hands carrying a small, glowing pot of healing herbs. They said she never spoke a word, but her touch was like a cool balm on a fevered brow. Aching limbs would find relief, wounds would begin to close, and a profound peace would settle over the sick and injured. She was their angel, their phantom healer. But her kindness came with a curse. As the first rays of dawn painted the sky in hues of saffron and gold, her memory would be wiped clean. Every single night she would wake, a ghost with no past, driven only by an innate, powerful urge to heal, with no idea why. She'd see a traveler in pain and her duty would begin, only to be forgotten by morning. A cycle of compassion and oblivion, repeated endlessly. One night, a family, their cart broken, took refuge in the temple. Their young son, Rohan, was burning with a high fever. His parents prayed, their hearts heavy with worry. As the moon cast long shadows through the ornate arches, she appeared. The ghost nurse. She moved silently to the child's side. Her cool hands touched his forehead, and she began to apply the glowing herbal paste. The boy's mother watched, tears in her eyes, a mix of fear and hope. But little Rohan, even in his feverish state, wasn't afraid. He looked into her gentle eyes and saw not a ghost, but a savior. As dawn approached, the fever broke. Rohan sat up, weak but smiling. The nurse began to fade, her form becoming transparent as the sun's light touched the temple stones. Her memory was slipping away just like every other morning. But this time was different. Rohan, with the strength he didn't know he had, reached out and grabbed the hem of her disappearing sari. "Wait!" he cried out, his voice clear and pure. "Thank you, you saved me. I will never forget you." And then he said something that changed everything. Tucked in his pocket was a small, worn silver locket his grandmother had given him. He opened it. Inside was a tiny, faded portrait of a young woman in a nurse's uniform from a long-forgotten era. He held it up to the fading spirit. "My grandmother told me about you," he whispered. "You were her sister. You died in a plague, trying to save the village. You were a hero." At that moment, a single shimmering tear rolled down the ghost's cheek. It wasn't a tear of sorrow, but of recognition, of memory. The child's pure gratitude, combined with the reminder of her own selfless past, was the key. The curse shattered as the sunlight fully flooded the temple. She didn't vanish into oblivion. Instead, she looked at Rohan, a true, radiant smile gracing her lips for the first time in centuries. Her form glowed with a brilliant, warm light, and then she faded away, not into the night, but into the light. Her spirit, finally free, had found peace. The whispers in Suryagard changed after that day. They no longer speak of a trapped spirit, but of a guardian angel, a reminder that an act of true gratitude can heal even the deepest, oldest wounds and set a soul free.